Hello everyone, this is Sai Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about a national curriculum framework for school education 2023. Actually, we know that national education policy was recently released in 2020, but after that, the national curriculum framework has been given a detailed information how to operate the schools and what are the different developmental steps where we can take for the students in the school environment to bring upliftment of the education system in India. See here, the National Curriculum Framework for School Education, that is 2023, was released recently, and it explains very key important points where every teacher, every school management, and everyone in the educational sector should implement these key points whereas to reach the educational quality of education and very good future for the upcoming students. So here the table of contents will explain us about the approach. There are different parts here: part A, part B, part C, part D, and part E. That is 5 different parts which explains in detail about what are the aims and what are the objectives of the school, what should be the objective of the school, what should be the objective of a teacher, what kind of attitude and what kind of qualities a teacher should maintain, as well as the subject pedagogy, where each and every subject has been given in detail what are the objective of the subjects, what are the key standards of the subjects, what students should learn, and different areas where the management should take care while implementing national curriculum framework. So here let's go into the topic. That is, today I'm going to explain just aims and curricular areas of education, because it takes lots of time to explain in detail about NCE. So here let's see the aims. There are basically 5 different approaches, that is parts. First is approach, whereas it explains about aims and curricular areas of education. And school stages. School stages, what kind of stages? The framework where they have fixed, that is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That is the first 5 years is foundational stage of the students. The next following 3 years are under the preparatory stage, and third stage, that is 3 years of learning in middle age, and finally 4 years in secondary stage, that is 9th standard to 12th standard. So now let's go into the school stages, logic and design they have given, and school subject areas. See, each and every subject has been given in detail, what kind of subject standards they have to maintain, what kind of assessments they have to do, how they have to do the assessments, what kind of worksheets they have to maintain in the education system, what are the different learning stages of the children, what kind of areas where the teachers can focus to bring up upliftment of the students education system. So next, third one is cross-cutting themes. The cross-cutting themes, especially it is for the school environment, which exposes about the values, inclusions, information and communication technology, guidance and counseling. Nowadays the many schools are lacking in guidance and counseling because of lots of behavioral problems in the students, lots of behavioral influences of the social environment, etc. So here the cross-cutting theme especially explains what kind of areas where the school management can implement to change the mindset of the students. So this is the cross-cutting and cross-cutting theme we say. And coming to the next, school culture and process. What culture should school maintain and what kind of processes, means academic standards we can say, academic rules and regulations we can say. So these are the processes for how the school should process in the academic year. So it's very depth concept. If each and every teacher learns or at least reads this national curriculum framework, I am going to say that the standard of teacher is going to increase. If a standard of teacher increases, the standard of education system increases. If the standard of education system gets into the good better position, then the society comes into the very bright future. So now coming to the last part E, that is creating a supportive ecosystem. So here the pupil, that is the students ratio along with the teachers are ensuring the learning environment, the slow learners, or we can say the students, those who are not active in the class, how to make them active by making them activities. All those things are explained in the supportive ecosystem. So today let's learn about the first category, that is introduction of national curriculum framework, or we can say NEP 2020. We have been listening this national education policy 2020 has been released, when it is going to implement, what are the different points we have to keep in the mind. See, as an educationalist or as a teacher or as a lecturer or as a management, everyone should have a knowledge of educational policy as well as a national curriculum framework. So national curriculum framework especially focuses on the implementation of the policies, and it will focus on what are the different developments we can bring in the curriculum framework. So now let's see what is the main aim of education. See, this is very important for everyone to know the aim of education. So aim of education are articulated in NEP, from which the curricular goals for NCF are derived, which then informs the rest of the elements. Like suppose if we are not having, or if we are not giving a clarity of education, why the students should get educated, and what is the main aim or objective of being educated person, they are not knowing it, means they are like failing in the first step itself. So the main of education is to increase the human capacities, human values and dispositions that are aimed to develop in school education. We believe that our nation develops when the school system develops, because the values, the ethics, the discipline, each and everything is formed in the school, followed in the school, and it is forwarded, it means forwarded into the society. So this is the main aim of education. And the pedagogy practices, see what kind of pedagogical developments they are doing, what kind of subject knowledge they are implementing, that is very important as well. Next, coming to the curricular and pedagogical structure, that is, as I said, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So this is very important. Each and every stage is having its own value, each and every stage is it's having its own implementation processes, where if we implement in a particular way, we can bring a good results in the students of that particular age. Next, in integrative and holistic way of teaching the subjects, as well as learning domains from math to sports. See, making them to know the textbook content is different, making them to implement the textbook content is totally different. So the one who implements the textbook content into the real life, they are the one who are learning the real education. So here we increase the subject knowledge, we try to develop the capacities of the students, understanding capacity, everything in the NCF, National Curriculum Framework. Next, confronts and addresses real challenges, what kind of challenges we are facing in the society, our education system. Suppose example, literacy and numeracy, or rote memorization, narrow goals, inadequate resources. See, we are having everything in our education system. The only thing lacking here is we are not implementing them in the proper way. So it's very good opportunity to know what is NCF and implement it in the full-fledged way, where we can change the society. The finally, deeply rooted in India, that is the content and learning of languages in the pedagogical approaches includes tools, resources, most importantly philosophical basics, that aims and epistemic approach, as well as different ways where we are going to inculcate the language of the students. So this is what about the aims of the education according to the NEP and NCF. Next, coming to the curriculum. What is curriculum? Curriculum, basically it's a set of planning, we can say, a set of instructions, we can say, where we where we plan and to get a result oriented objective. Means we try to frame a curriculum to bring an objective, to reach an objective which is aimed from the government, we can say, from the national curriculum framework, we can say, from the school management, we can say, from the child, we can say. So curriculum refers to the entirely of the organized experience of students in any institutional setting towards educational aims and objectives. To reach our aims and objectives of an education, we have to frame a curriculum. While framing a curriculum, we should know the understanding capacity of the children also. So the elements that constitute and bring to life a curriculum are numerous and include goals and objectives, syllable, syllable and content to be taught, learned, pedagogical practices, assessments, teaching learning materials, school and classroom practices, we can say activity based learning, learning environment and culture of the institution, and more. See, a year planning is very important to bring a yearful results, like fruitful results, we can say. So there are many different aspects which play the success and failures of the students, but the first step where the student fails here is the management not recognizing the proper curriculum, or the management is the one who is not implementing the proper curriculum, and the teacher who is not implementing the proper teaching standards or the proper subject standards of the particular subject. So here it matters very important, while implementing the curriculum, the subject teacher should concentrate on the subject standards. What are the subject standards they have to maintain? What are the objectives of the subject? What are the teaching methods of the subjects? What is the pedagogy of the subject? This everything includes. According to this, the teacher should increase their capacities or capabilities, and when they increase the capacities and capabilities, they will be able to increase the students' capacities and capabilities. So here, that is nothing but the curriculum, where curriculum framework, curriculum framework, that is actually now we are coming into the topic, that is the national curriculum framework. The curricula across our country must be informed by either fully responsive to glorious unity and diversity of India. The imagination of NEP 2020, where institutions and educators are highly empowered. See, it's very important point to be understood here, where institutions and educators are highly empowered. Where the institutions and educators are not highly empowered, there is a chance of lapses, there is a chance of failures. So it is very important, and it includes the diversity and the nurturing of it. Every state is having their own culture, every regional level is having their own culture, but understanding everything, bringing them into the unity and diversity of India, it makes a united India, a united education systems. So here the main point what we have to understand is the curriculum framework must support exactly that. It is a framework to help develop all the diverse curricula in the country, while enabling consensus and harmony across the country and providing a basis for quality and equity. See, the quality and equity, the teaching learning materials, we can say, the workbook, we can say, materials, we can say, textbooks, we can say, assessments, activity based teaching, or teacher student communication based teaching, or we can say every kind of thing, it should be very clear and proper, whereas we can reach the objective and aims of the education national curriculum framework and national education policy. So this is what in today's session I am going to conclude by making you to understand objectives of NCF. It generally leads with the NEP 2020. The main objective of NCF is to make India as envisioned, or make India as successful in the education system, to change the practices in educational, to be a creative children, or to bring in creative children, to make the children to practice thinking in a different way, out of box, we can say, and the content and the pedagogy which is implemented, it should be holistic overall transformation of the curriculum and positively transform overall learning experiences for the children. So when the children are not getting interested, children are not interested in learning, they won't get interest, right? So this is what in today's video I'm going to conclude it. In next further videos I'm going to explain each and every topic in a proper way. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. The teachers, the managements, and the students, the parents, each and everyone should know what are the rules and regulations of the national education policy, and they should understand the method. They should understand what rules and regulations the government has framed to be followed by the teacher, by the management, so that we can bring the upliftment of the schools and India as well. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.